Hi, welcome back. Today we want to take a look at working with queries. And queries is essentially asking your database a bunch of questions and have it return those answers. The last time, just to do a quick review, the last time we looked at creating tables, and we did all of those here. We also did creating forms, and we did a couple of those forms here along, and I also showed you how to do a simple drop-down list and to create a button on your form that links to somewhere else. We also took a look at database tools and relationships, and we did a bunch of relationships which included the license number coming from your client table to your rental table, and the license plate number coming from your car table to the rental table. Two things we didn't really touch on, if I go back to edit, is this checkbox that says enforce referential integrity, and this has to do with being consistent within your database tables, meaning that if there is any change to my foreign key here or any change to my primary key here, it will be reflected in my foreign key, and so it keeps the database being consistent in terms of data shared as primary key and foreign key. I can also choose to cascade updated related fields, which means that if there is any change that I make to the primary key here from my car table, that Access will automatically update the field also in the rental table. And so I'll just do that for both adding and deleting data. So when I update her, I delete that related data. Okay? So here we are. We want to create queries, or create a bunch of queries for our database. So asking our database a bunch of questions that we want created, and we will then be getting back information, right? Things that we want from our database. So to create a query, jump into it. We go to create, and we choose query design, and we would have already planned out what we wanted from our database. So let's say, for instance, we wanted our clients along with the car they rented out. So let's add all three tables, and you don't always add all tables, but because I want to show you that we are getting data across from one table to the other, so some things that I would want is my client's first name, last name. I would like to know the brand of vehicle they rented from me along with the date rented, right? I can check my query, and notice it is as easy as double clicking them up from the table here, and they appear to the bottom here in the creation area. And so my field appears along with my table name, and I'm not doing any criteria right now. So I want to check my database to see the first name, last name, the brand of vehicle I rented out, and the date I rented out those particular cars. So I will select run up in the design tab just to check that my query is working. And so far, these were the vehicle I rented out, these were the people I rented to, along with the date rented, right? So I picked the same person, but they had different dates that they rented car from me. So I can save this as my car brand rental, right? Query. So I'll save this, and I'll call this query my car brand rental query, and then OK. So that's one query down, and again we can always go back to it by right clicking on it and choosing design view, and it takes us back for us to edit whatever we wanted, right? So let's close that. If I wanted to create another query, and I'll just create one that only gives me the clients or the client information. So create query design. I want my clients, and yeah, I'll just do clients for it now. So close. I want their first name, last name, gender, their date of birth, and their phone number, for example. I can click run, and it gives me a list of people or a list of clients found in my database. Right? I'll go back to design view because I kind of want to show you how to use criteria in this particular one. So from my list of clients, you'll notice if I wanted only the female clients or only the male clients, I can use this criteria section at the bottom. Under the field gender, I can place that I want only female clients, and so I put the letter capital F to signify that I want only female clients. So if I run this now, notice it filters down and gives me only the female clients found in my database. Again, I could have done the same thing in a different query and say that I want only male clients, right? And so if I filter down, it gives me only male clients. And again, the word or text or whatever you have in here must match exactly what is found in your database table. So I'm using either M or F, and I'm not typing the entire word male or female. And of course, there are some wildcards that you can use and place in there to have it find particular data. So I'm going to save this as my male client query. And I could have gone ahead and built some more queries, and maybe one for females, one for males, one for different types of cars, one for different brand of cars that I have. And so I can filter down quickly then, showing the availability of some of these different products or persons within my database using the criteria feature. Another great query that we can do is and I'll go to create query design, is a calculate query where we can, and let's add all three tables for now. We can actually do some calculation within Access for these queries. So let's say I wanted to know first name, last name, the color vehicle they rented, the year built, and the price. I can run this and it gives me the price in terms of what they paid for rental along with the other data that I wanted. Let's say we're issuing a 10% discount for the charges being levied there. So we can add in a new column called discounted price, which will reflect a 10% discount. To do this, I'll go back into design view, and right here in the new column beside it, now this is a little bit different because you're not typing anything on the criteria or anything else, but inside the field you're typing what you want this field name to be called, and I want this to be called discounted price, followed by a colon, open square bracket. It's an open square bracket though, and I want my price here must be the same name, close square bracket, times, and I want it to reflect a discount of 10%. So to get the answer directly, I multiply it by 0.90. And so what this does is that it takes away the 10% from the total and then gives you a discounted price immediately. Right? Instead of me finding 10% first and then subtracting it from price. So I'd have to do that in probably 2 columns. Good? So I can run this, see how it looks, and there we have our 10% discount. So $100, 10% off is $90, and also the $200, the 10% off is $180. So we're fine. We found our discount. We can save this query as a 10% discount query. Good. So we already built 3 queries. You can build as much query as possible. We took a look at a select query. We also took a look at select query using criteria, and we did a calculate query, which is adding in a new column and doing some sort of mathematical operation on it. Alright, let's take a look at an update query and see how that works. And I'll just do a simple example. Right? So let's go to create query design, and say for instance we wanted to update all the cars in our table. So let's add in car table only, and let's say we repainted our cars, and so where we had cars of different color, we want to place in a new color for all our cars. So we wanted to give all our cars a particular color. That will be used. That will be done using an update query. And so right here up top we can click on update, and notice these change, and then it is requesting now what field do we want to update. So we want to update the color field from my car table, and we decided that we will paint all our cars the color, let's say white. So all our cars we're painting white. So we'll update all the cars to the color white, and so we can click on run. And what run will do now is that it will actually execute the query. And so if we click run, the query will be executed. But let me show you. I won't run it yet. Let me show you how the field looks before. So my car table, notice we have different color cars. Good. We want to change those, right? So I'll close this. So we want to make it white. So we will save this, and I'll save it first as my update color white query. And notice the icon looks a little bit different. Now when I run this query, Access warns me and say that you are about to modify some data in your table. So we click on yes. You're about to modify 5 rows. That sounds about accurate, so yes. Now when I open my car table, okay, it looks like nothing happened, but when I open my car table, it reflects that all of my cars are now white. So I went through, I did a paint job, all my vehicles that I rent are the color white. So that's an update query. So today we got a chance to look at queries by selecting only field names, and if you wanted all data. We looked at specific queries in terms of criteria. Adding in, we went for only male client, and we could have done that for several other fields if we wanted to. We did also a calculate query by adding in something called discount to our pricing, and so we're giving our customer a 10% discount for that particular rental day. And we did an update query which updates all of a certain field within a table to a certain data, right? So those are mainly the types of query that we will use. You can create as much queries as possible. The more you create, the better for you in terms of filtering out data from your site. The next step after this is for us to generate reports, and I'm going to show you that in the next video. So catch you in the next video. Any questions, any comments, please leave below in the comment section. And remember that you can always pause the video and go back to a certain section. If there were anything that was unclear, please let me know. I'm trying to keep the videos as short as possible, although the last time I went a little bit above the 20 minutes. Right? Thank you. See you in the next video. Catch 'em all.